Hello everybody and welcome to Mission College, where the West Valley Vikings are playing the Monterey Peninsula Lobos. Here we are in the top of the first inning. Pitcher Dylan Halverson on the mound. The batter bunts it to third. Dylan McKee comes up with the ball, throws to first in time for the out. And that is out number one. So let's see if I can figure out how to update the scoreboard for you guys. Halverson picks off to second base. James Bose comes up with the ball. They have the runner in a rundown here. Bose tosses it to McKee to Weston, and they got the out. What a pickoff move by Dylan Halverson. Catching the Lobos runner sleeping. Halverson's pitch. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Halverson, 0-1. Rips it to third off of McKee's glove. He picks it up, fires over to first. Wild throw. The runner will not advance. Hard hit ball. However, going down as an error in the book. And that is going to bring up the four-hitter, the DH, Tabusa Kurubayashi. Halverson's pitch low, gets by the catcher Mazzaferro. The runner takes a turn, does not go anywhere, stays at second. Really quick, the defense for your West Valley Vikings. In the outfield from left to right, you got Troy, Wilford, and Butler. On the left side of the infield, McKee and Bose. Right side of the infield, Scafone and Lordier. Mazzaferro will be in the squat, putting down the signs. The lineup for the Monterey Peninsula Lobos, leading off, the shortstop, Casey Kleinman, batting second, the second baseman, as the pitch is down and away, change up by Halverson for a ball. The second baseman, Kato Kleinman, batting third, the center fielder, Michael Mugen. Fourth, the DH, Tsubasa Kurubayashi, as a fastball misses high by Halverson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Hayden Hall. In the sixth hole, the left fielder, Hogan Benson. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Logan Balfons. Batting eighth, the catcher, Nick Martin. Batting ninth, the right fielder, Cameron Estes. And on the mound will be Avery Hubbard, as that pitch is fouled off by Kurubayashi. And that is going to be a full count, 3-2. As I am falling asleep. There we go. Halverson kicks, delivers, misses away with the fastball. And that is going to be a walk to the four-hitter. And up steps the third baseman, Hayden Hall. Halverson pitches slider, catches the outside corner for a strike. Still am unable to figure out how to get the outs to. Oh, that's inning. Halverson's pitch misses just away for ball 1. Halverson gets a sign, sets at the belt, kicks, delivers, popped up. Butler running in, Butler calling for it, camping under it, makes the catch, side retired. 1 hit, 1 error, 2 runners left on. To the bottom half we go. 0-0 is your score. In the bottom half of the first, Vikings leadoff man steps up to the plate, Andrew Wilford. Wilford this year's been a staple atop of the Vikings batting order. The 1-0 pitch misses in the dirt, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Catches the inside corner for a strike. Avery Hubbard, the lefty on the mound for the Lobos, kicks, delivers. Wilford bunts. Hubbard fields it, fires to first. It's not in time. The first baseman, the throw pulls the first baseman, Balfon's off the bag, and Wilford is going to be safe at first. Up steps the catcher Jaden Mazzaferro. Wilford takes off for second. The throw not in time. Wilford is going to steal the base. Oh, whoops. For all you guys at home wondering what the beeping is, that is the scoreboard getting set for you guys. Scoreboard sitting out in right center field. Mazzaferro squares, pulls back. Ball low, 82 miles an hour. Mazzaferro squares, bunts this one towards the first base side. The pitcher comes off the mound, throws to first in time. However, Wilford moves over to third. That is a sack bunt for Jaden Mazzaferro. Coming up to the dish now for the Vikings, first baseman now, Ryan Lordier, moved over first base. His first appearance of the year over at first base. Consistently been in the third hole all year. I believe he's made every start this year. First pitch missed low. Kicks, delivers, strike on the inside edge for strike number 1. Hubbard, the big lefty, kicks, delivers, low, 84 miles an hour. 2-1 count to Lordier as we are going to cover the West Valley Vikings lineup. As Hubbard kicks, delivers, Lordier swings, flies the ball to right field. Estes moving back on the ball in the gap, makes a catch, tagging at third's Wilford. He is going to come up, score, standing up, no throw on the play as the Vikings take the 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Up steps the cleanup hitter James Bowes, first time in the 4-hole this year. As he swings, fouls it away. Strike number 1. Apologies for all the beeping you guys are hearing this and undergoing. Bowes, ooh. Fastball inside. Somehow gets away from it. That ball is headed right for Bowes' ankles. Anyways, back to the Vikings lineup. Leading off, we had Andrew Wilford in center field. Batting second, the catcher, Jaden Mazzaferro. Curveball misses way up high for ball number 2. Batting third, first baseman, Ryan Lordier. Batting fourth, the shortstop, James Bowes. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Ryan Choi. His fastball misses up high. Batting sixth, at third base, Dylan McKee. DHing tonight for the Vikings, number 33, Anthony Cortese. As Bowes fouls that ball away to the right side. We can bring a full count to Bowes. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Andre Butler. And rounding out the order at second base, Weston Scafone. And pitching, of course, will be Dylan Hafterson. Bowes, full count. Takes strike 3 called on the low and inside edge. That will end the inning. 1 run on no hits, no runners left on. The Vikings lead the Lobos 1-0 after 1. We'll be right back. Here in the top half of the second inning at Mission College, 6-hitter left fielder Hogan Benson steps in up against the big righty for the Vikings, number 32, Dylan Hafterson. Hafterson's first pitch of the inning misses low for ball number 1. Hogan Benson is the freshman outfielder This year hitting .302. With, this is be a little bit harder than, as we have someone knocking on the door. Freshman outfielder, .302. His 13 hits on the year, 2 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs. As he's going to fly that ball over to left field, Ryan Troy camping under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Again, apologies for all the beeping you guys hear. A little bit understaffed here. Ground ball over to third base. Dylan McKee throws on to first. Ryan Lordia, his first game at first base on the season, digs that ball out. Wow, what a play by Lordia at first base. Alrighty. Halverson kicks, fires, strike number 1. To number 26, which is going to end up being the catcher, Nick Martin. Second pitch, misses away, just away by Halverson. Halverson kicks, fires, swings, and that ball is going to find the outfield grass for a single. Troy comes up firing, gets it in. Just a single for the catcher, Nick Martin. Up steps the right fielder, Cameron Estes. Two outs on the inning, runner at first. Halverson throws a slider in there for strike number 1. Halverson throws over to first, not in time. It's strange seeing Lordia at first base nowadays. I mean, it is not his natural position. Halverson kicks, fires, paints the outside black. Strike number 2. Halverson way ahead of Estes, the right fielder. Estes hitting .256. He does have 3 bombs on the year. Big power threat in the 9-hole for them. Swings, fouls that ball away on the right side. The count will remain 0-2. Interesting move by the Lobos, hiding a power hitter down in the 9-hole. The slider tapped over to third base. Foul ball. Foul ball. So we're going to go do it all again. Almost a little collision over there at first base. Running hard down the line. Playing as if it was live. Halverson, big righty on the mound for the Vikings. If you guys are new here, I'm Nicholas Pelser. Lincoln Juarez, my normal play-by-play announcer. He's actually getting surgery today for his torn ACL. Did you get the MCL too? And meniscus, all that? He tore all of the stuff in his knee in one of the first games of the season. We wish him well in surgery today, as that ball is swung on and missed for strike 3. No runs, 1 hit, one runner left on. To the bottom half of the second comes up. 1-0 Vikings. Up steps for the Vikings, left fielder Ryan Choi. First pitch, Choi squares. Takes strike number 1 on the inside. Choi swings, fouls that ball off to the right side. It will be 0-2. Choi takes ball number 1 way high. Fun fact, Lincoln said this last game, Ryan Choi is one of 4 Ryans on the team. Cappuccino High School in San Bruno takes a curveball on the outside corner, strike 3. Big breaker. It's the first time Hubbard has thrown that pitch for a strike. And that will bring third baseman Dylan McKee up to the dish. He squares, puts the ball on the ground to third. The third baseman haul over to first in time to retire McKee. Interesting move by the Vikings, showing a lot of bunts here early in the game. And now up steps DH Anthony Cortese. Takes ball 1, just missed away. Cortese's been swinging the bat well in his limited action. Often drives the baseball deep up the middle to the wall. Ooh. That was not a very good swing. Falls down to his feet. Takes his time. Better get in the box quickly because at college there is the 8-second pitch clock rule that we are seeing in the Major League Baseball. College has the exact same thing. That pitch misses away. 20 seconds with the runners on base, 15 seconds with no runners on base. The batter has to be in the box by the 8-second mark, or else it is an automatic strike to the batter, and the pitcher does not deliver the pitch. As that's strike number 2. If the pitcher does not deliver the pitch in time when that clock hits 0, the batter will be awarded a automatic ball. The 2-2 pitch misses in the dirt. A sharp curveball. 3-2 the count. As I was saying earlier, this actually last week in last week's games, Cortese almost killed an outfielder. Swings, drives that ball in the right field gap. That ball is going to find grass. That is going to be trouble. Cortese touches first, round second, looks up, picks up the third base coach. Skipper Weens and is going to stay at second. Timeout call. That is a big double by Cortese to get the Vikings started. Their first hit of the game. Runner in scoring position for Andre Butler. And that is exactly what Cortese's been doing over and over in games this year. As I was saying, last week he hit a ball off the left field fence the center fielder made a terrific play. And face first into the fence, somehow hung on to it. It was a miracle. Cortese was kind of bummed out that ball didn't fall in there as Butler takes ball 1 up. Cortese is such a great approach, staying up the middle, true to who he is as a hitter, and it works out there, slices the right field gap. And Butler swings. That ball is headed towards the right field line. That ball is going to fall in. The right fielder, Esses, comes up with it. Fires in. Butler slides into second with a double. Back-to-back doubles for the Vikings as they are going to take a 2-0 lead. Great hitting by the Vikings. A little drive into the right field gap. And then a bloop down the line. Back-to-back doubles. Gets the Vikings offense rolling. And they are not done yet with 2 outs away. Runner on second base for Weston Scafone. Weston takes ball up and in. Look like a little cutter right there at 80 miles an hour. So Weston swings through that big curveball in the dirt for strike number 1. Weston takes that big breaker, strike number 2. For you wondering at home, the difference between his pitches, so far from what I've seen, Hubbard's hit 85 on the fastball. That big breaker, that last one, 70 miles an hour. 15-mile-an-hour difference between the two. Kicks, fires that big curveball. Weston lays off this time in the dirt. Ball number 2, 2-2 count. As the Vikings like to say, sexy twos. Pan over or not, and it's locked, so we're not going to pan over. Oftentimes they take their hat off, shakes it, the 2-2 pitch, in there, strike 3 called. The Vikings get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 runner left on. 2-0 Vikings as we head to the top of the 3rd. We'll be right back. Up steps the leadoff man, Casey Kleinman, the shortstop. Takes ball 1. Blown away in the dirt by Dylan Halfterson. As that pitch is going to catch the outside corner for strike number 1 by Halfterson. Halfterson, freshman out of Lee. He and shortstop James Bose, both from Lee High School. Both freshmen. How tall is Halfterson here? He is a big guy out there on the mound. And that ball is going to go to his high school buddy, James Bose, on the first in time as Kleinman comes up limping at first base. That's not good. Hopefully he didn't roll his ankle out of the box as he's slow jogging back to the dugout. As Dylan Halfterson. That ball's going to be swung on. Hit into center field. Wilford camps under it, calls Butler off, makes the catch for out number 2. Halfterson. No idea. What's your guys' best guess on how tall he is?
6'5".
6'5"? Common consensus, he's 6'5". He is a big guy. Low 3/4 release. A pitch misses inside to their 3-hitter. Then left fielder, Hogan Benson. No, that's not right. To their 3-hitter, the center fielder, Michael Mugen. Sorry about that. Oh, good changeup, swung on and missed for strike 2. Michael Mugen, their other power hitter in the lineup. He has 4 bombs on the year, hitting .404. Sophomore. He also pitches a little bit. That ball swung on. That's going to be a single. That ball falls in front of Troy. Troy gets it in quickly and will hold Mugen at first to a 2-out single. It's going to bring up the DH, Tsubasa Kirbayashi. Pick over to first. Not in time. He's safe. Another pick over to first, not in time. Patterson pitches. That ball is going to hang up in time for Butler. Side retired. No runs, one hit, one runner left on. Into the bottom of the third we go. 2-0 Vikings. Be right back after this. Back in the bottom of the third, 2-0 Vikings is the score. Wilford steps in, takes that big breaker, strike number one. Fastball misses up and away. Ball one. Wilford scored on the sac fly by Ryan Lordier. The 1-1 misses up high with the breaking ball. Pace tempo by Avery Hubbard here. The 2-1 pitch misses high with the fastball. 3-1 will be the count. I mean, the pace of the game, I mean, they talk about it in the Major League games. I mean, it is about 2.5 hours for the 9-inning game as Wilford takes ball 4, missed with the fastball. Wilford's on for the second time today. Reached on the air. All right. Hopefully that wasn't the mic that just died, but if it was, sorry about that. Up tips Ryan Lordier. Mazzaferro struck out. He's going to miss 1-1 the count to Lordier, as I was saying. But I mean, it's just tempo of the game. Even between innings, it's like 60 seconds. I'm not able to get a song played, type in any like 3 hitters. Lordier swings, fouls that one off to the left side. Get like 3 hitters in the lineup so I can stop studying, trying to find people where the player is on my sheet for the other team. I'm pretty familiar with the Vikings. You'd hope so after being around them every day. That ball is going to miss in the dirt with the curveball. 2-2 the count. Lordier, an unorthodox 3-hitter. Timeout called by Lordier. Lordier, an unorthodox 3-hitter. Oftentimes, you think of the profile of the 3-hitter, big, strong, power hitter, hits lots of bombs. That ball swung on and fouled off at the plate. Catcher does not hang on. But Lordier, a little bit shorter. He's still strong. I mean, you look at him in the weight room, he is a big guy. But, I mean, average exit velocity of like 90-something. I mean, he hits the ball hard. That ball is going to be fouled off to the right side. But I mean, he's a smaller guy. It's just the new way of baseball. And the way that skipper Rick Weens likes to put the lineup together. Lordier takes. Strike 3 called on the outer edge. That is going to retire this side. No runs on no hits. No runners left on to the top of the 4th. We go 2-0 Vikings. Back after this. Back in the top of the 4th inning, Halfterson delivers. Strike number 1 on the outside edge. Batting the 3rd baseman, Hayden Hall, number 6. Halfterson's pitch hits a 2 fellow 3rd baseman, Dilly McKee, bodies it up on the 1st in time for the out. McKee's throw stays true. Lordier at first base receives it. And that is going to be out number 1. 2-0 the Vikings. Left fielder Hogan Benson steps up, who is not number 4. Who is number 4, but I have as number 7 for some reason. That ball, changeup, is going to miss just barely, low and away. That was a borderline pitch right there. Could have gone either way. Mazzaferro sets up inside. The pitch misses away. However, swung on and fouled right back to the screen. Ah, I see what I did. I put the wrong number there. Another changeup misses low and away. 2-1 the count. This is right fielder. Number 21. There we go. Halfterson kicks, delivers. That ball swung on. That ball's going to be foul, out of play to the right side. 2-2 the count. The Lobos are riding a 5-game win streak. They are 9-5 on the season. I believe this is their first conference game as well. Same first conference game for the Vikings as well, who are 4-9. Just came off a 2-1 victory against the Cabrillo Ski-Hawks. That pitch on the outside corner, strike number 3. Looked like he went back to the changeup and hits his spot. Strike number 3. Another strikeout for Halfterson, and that is going to bring up the first baseman, Logan Balfons. That pitch is going to hit the outside corner. Strike number 1. See if I can pull up some live stuff here. That pitch is going to hit the outside corner to much of Logan's despise. Shaking his head, takes a second out of the box, refreshes, steps back in, 0-2 the count. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Halfterson looking for another quick inning. Kicks, and the pitch swung on. That ball's going to be down the line, and that is trouble. Logan touches first, rounds, picking up his third base coach. Butler's throw in, hits Scafone, and that's going to be a 2-out, 2-strike double by the first baseman. Well, there's another announcer's jinx right there. Looking for a quick inning and 2-out double. So that's going to bring the catcher up, Nick Martin. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Nicholas Pelster, your play-by-play commentator today. The normal play-by-play commentator this season, Lincoln Juarez, is getting surgery today. We wish him luck. Another pickoff. This one to second base, not in time. And the Lee High School teammates working together. Lincoln Juarez getting surgery today for his torn ACL. He suffered in one of the first games, his very first start of the year. Only threw 5 pitches in that game. Halfterson's pitch, slider in the dirt. Ball number 1. So we wish Lincoln the best of time. We might phone him in here if he has a second. Maybe he'll say a word or two. But he should be back with us next week sometime. Perhaps maybe Saturday if our game is at home. No, it's away. So he should be back with us next week against Hartnell on Thursday. That pitch catches the strike zone, strike number 1. But we're looking at his return versus Hartnell. The doubleheader. We will first resume the game in the top of the 12th inning, 7-7 score. That game called due to daylight. Martin fouls that ball back. Yeah, doubleheader against Hartnell. Our first game, 7-7, was a little bit of doozy. We had a nice little rain delay in there. Fun fact, the Vikings and the Hartnell Panthers had a little dance-off during the game. Vikings came home winner of that. That pitch, slider in the dirt, ball 2. But fun thing about that game, you get 3 outs, score a run, the game's over. Get another win. Only got to win 1 inning. However, I'm unsure. I don't know if we had the extra inning rule with a runner on second base there. Seems that different teams, different locations play it all a little bit differently. That ball is going to miss in the dirt. Be a full count to the catcher. Yeah, a little doubleheader baseball for you guys. So we'll be broadcasting both games for you. We look forward to seeing you there. First off, we got the game in front of you right now. 3-2, 2 outs, runner on second base. Halfterson, the pitch is going to be fouled off. We'll do it again. It looks like it caught the catcher's foot. Martin comes up limping, takes a little walk. He's going to reset, get back in the box. Talking about the timer, umpires won't start the timer if something like that happens. It's not common sense. You foul a ball off your shin, you got to be ready to go in 8 seconds. Obviously, there's a little leniency going both ways there. Halfterson looking in for the sign, shakes once, gets a sign, sets the belt, kicks, fires, slider swung on, foul tipped into the catcher's glove for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on for the Lobos. To the bottom half of the 4th we go. 2-0 Vikings. Back after this. Oh, I thought that was music playing. That scared me for a second. All right, here we are back in the bottom of the fourth. Shortstop James Bose steps in, takes the big breaker for ball number 1. James Christopher Bose. Full name. I'm sure he absolutely loves me saying that on air. To all you guys at home, that's going to be fouled away for strike 1. It's interesting hearing the little things that the dugout says. Always pick up a little bit differently. I'm unsure how much you guys can hear. That ball's going to be inside as the dugout erupts. That beans Bose. First inning jumped out of the way of one. Not sure the dugout was a big fan of him jumping out of the way, but he wears that one, stays in there, and is going to reach first base for Ryan Choi. Ryan Choi steps up to the plate. He's going to square to bunt. Takes fastball away. Alrighty. And pick over to first. Bose in standing up. See if I can pull up live stats here. That ball's going to be pitch, curveball. Choi pulls back. Maybe strike number 1. Alright, here we go. We got a little box score now. Choi 0 for 1 on the day. That's going to be a pick over to first. Close play, not in time. Bose dives in Safeway. There's another person knocking on the door. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. I believe it's a 2-1 count to Choi. Choi 0 for 1 on the day. Another pitch. Oh, in the dirt towards his feet. I don't think that pitch would have wore him even if he didn't move. 3-1. Alrighty. 3-1 pitch. Inside. Ball number 4. Ryan Choi works a walk in his bunting scenario, and that's going to put runners on first and second with nobody out for the Vikings. And the catcher Martin's going to call time and head out to the mound to have a talk. Almost certainly going to be talking about how they're going to defend the bunt. Actually, the pitching coach. Is it the pitching coach or the... There is a guy loosening up in the bullpen. He does have a jacket off. We'll get you a number for you guys as soon as possible. So there is action in the Lobos bullpen. Could be buying time, but almost certainly going to be talking about how they're defending the bunt. As first and second, nobody out. Widely known as a big bunting situation across all of baseball. And it'll be interesting to see if bunting becomes a more prominent thing in the Major League Baseball. You don't see very many bunts. They did make the bases bigger. College baseball does not have that change yet. About 2 inches wider all the way around the base. And that's already seen a 10% increase in steals during spring training. So it'll be interesting to see how long before that rule falls down and hits the college level. But some rules are down at the college level before the major league level. The pitch clock, as we were talking about earlier, first time for this year for college, and is the first time for pros this year as well. Our pitchers spent lots of time early on working with the pitch clock and trying to get a fun tempo that works for them is going to be them successful. Well, here we are, ball's back in play. Dylan McKee steps up. Hubbard's pitches, and that ball is going to wear McKee in the foot. A hit by pitch. back-to-back bunting opportunities for the Vikings, and both runners reach base, and that's to be bases loaded for the DH, Anthony Cortese, who doubled in the right field gap last time. Cortese looking to cash in big, bases loaded, nobody out. They're calling time. And it looks like the Lobos are making a pitching change. That's going to be the end of the line for Avery Hubbard. 3 innings pitched. And he is going to be responsible for every runner left on the base. We'll be back after this. Alrighty, the new pitcher for the Lobos is number 13, Marco, and excuse my pronunciation, Rolamo? Something like that. It's probably Italian. It has a D-I-G-I, so. He's going to fire in ball number 1 to Cortese, who doubled in the right center gap his last time up at the plate. He's looking to cash in big. Bases loaded. Nobody out. The pitch misses inside. 2-0 the count. Trouble. I mean, just big, dire situation for the Lobos. The Vikings just scratching at the heels to cash in big. Break this game wide open. Cortese swings and misses. Looked like a little changeup there. Swings right over top of it. 2-1 the count. Marco is a freshman. He's pitched 16 innings this year. Has a 1.65 ERA. Striking out 16, walked 4. Slider misses away. in the dirt. Giving up 3 runs in 16 innings, so seems to be their go-to guy. Out of the bullpen, no starts, and eats innings in relief. A 3-1 count to Cortese. Swings, ball on the ground. That's going to be through. Choi rounding third, touches third, coming home. The throw is not in time. Choi's going to score with standing up as a throw pulls the catcher offline. Anthony Cortese with a big 2 RBI single to left field. Cashing in big, 2 for 2 on the day. Have a day. And that is going to put runners on first and second with nobody out for the Vikings. And Andre Butler stepping up to the plate. Both those earned runs are going to be charged to the pitcher, Avery Hubbard. As Butler steps in, he's going to square around. Oh, up and in. Wow, that is a scary situation, especially bunting. He's going to take ball 1, timeout. Wow. Andre is squaring again on this pitch. A little bit more conventional. That ball is going to be up and away. He's going to get that bunt down. That ball is staying fair by inches. And that is going to be a sac bunt for Andre. He moves the runners over. Now the Vikings are going to have runners at second and third with 1 out. Second baseman Weston Scafone stepping up. Scafone entering today is hitting .240. He has 8 walks on the year, however. .424 on-base percentage. On-base machine, as some might say. The infield's playing in. All you need is a ground ball, sharp up the middle, or nice line drive. Center fielder seems to be playing in as well. All outfielders. Right fielder's playing about normal depth. Strike 1 to Wes. Sharp ground ball through one of the holes, scores him. That's a slider. That is going to be a short hop right to the second baseman, who throws it to third. And are they saying he caught that? That looked like a short hop. Surely that can't be. The umpire's walking away from skipper Rick Weens, and seems like he does not confident with his call. And this is confusing. I mean, the umpire just turned his back, and like the coach was trying to talk to him. It'd be interesting to see if they overturn this. From my vantage point, it looked like a drop. What do you guys think? I have 4 people back here. You dropped? Drop? What do you think? Dropped? Everyone back here. No. I guess it didn't drop, so that's going to end the inning. Unfortunate turn of events. Umpires, surely, second base umpire. I don't know what he was seeing out there, but that's okay. That's going to end the inning. 2 runs on a couple hits. Double play to end the inning. 4-0 Vikings, the top of the 5th. We'll be back after this. All right, first off, I gotta say that I was wrong. We looked at our video, and the second baseman did, in fact, catch the ball, so that was the correct call by the umpires. So, apologies for everything that I was clearly wrong. I thought it dropped. Maybe that's a little bit of bias, but that's okay. First pitch by Halverson's on the outside corner for strike number 1. As an umpire myself, I can say some calls are harder, and the second base umpire calling the ball hit basically right at him is a little unconventional. But that seems to be what the crew is calling today. I actually have umpired one college game. It ended up being our World Series. That pitch can be swung on a miss. Strike number 2, slider by Halverson. I was working by myself, but traditionally, in every crew that I've been a part of, balls to the infield, the home plate umpire calls on a line in the air if he's safer out. So, little unconventional here by the crew today, but that's okay. Halverson's 1-2 pitch catches the outside corner. Strike number 3. Cameron Estes, the right fielder, set down on strikes looking, and that is going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Casey Kleinman, the shortstop. Kleinman is 1 for 2 on the day, as he's going to swing, foul that off. Again, comes up a little jumpy. And grounded out to the shortstop last time. Came up limping a little bit down the line, so seems to be fine. He's still in the game. Halverson's 0-1 pitch, swung on, another foul off him. I mean, he is. I'm looking at all these foul balls. He's a pull hitter. So it's one of the little tricks that one of my old coaches said. They have a shin guard, then there's probably a pull hitter because they're gonna, as he says, that's a sharp one hop to West. On to first as he is limping to first base again. He is not feeling amazing. That's a little trick is if you're fouling balls off your shin, but oftentimes you're trying to pull the ball. It's hard to, if you're trying to go away, foul a ball off your shin, your foot, your ankle. But that ball is going to hit. Is that a pinch hitter? That seems to be a pinch hitter. That was not Cato Kleinman. That was number 3. Let me get a name for you guys for that. That ball is going to be swung on, driven deep to center field, backing up the center fielder Wilford on the track, makes the catch, side retired. We are back. The bottom of the fifth inning. Leadoff man for the Viking, Andrew Wilford, up at the dish. Wilford takes a slider for strike one. Wilford reached on the air in the first, walked as well. He's been on base every time. 0 for 1 on the day. Wilford, 0-1, swings, fouls that ball. Back to the backstop. 0-2 the count. Apologies, number 3 was in the lineup. I just had my numbers wrong. He is the second baseman. Cotto Kleinman. The 0-2 pitch. Misses up and away. It's the order on this little sheet that I'm seeing is not the correct order, batting order, which is interesting. That's a slider taken in the dirt by Wilford. Two-two pitch. Takes strike 3 called on the outside corner with a fastball. Paints the black. That's going to set Wilford down. Sharing some information with the catcher. And up steps Jaden Mazzaferro. Entering today, Mazzaferro hitting .288 on the year. 2 doubles, 2 triples, 9 RBI, .383 on base percentage. Oh, dips down. Little submarine type pitch there. That misses up and away. Trying to mix up the looks, it seems like. It's a little bit of a weapon there, being able to pull that out. Just go back over the top there. Jaden swings through it, strike number 1. Being able to pull that out of your back pocket. We had a pitcher like that last year at Homestead, the school I came from. Who mixed up his looks all the time. Frustrated hitters, so that's a 2-seamer. Runs away from the batter. It seems like a little bit of a dead giveaway with his shoulders, which arm slide is coming. So it's a little bit of a once in a while thing. That ball's going to be fouled to the backstop. The catcher's not able to hold on to it. That's going to be strike number 2. 2-2 the count. Bose in the hole. Picks up the ball. The 2-2 pitch. Sidearm swing and misses. Changes his arm slot again on the 0-0 and then back to the 2-2. Goes back to the arm slot. Throws a batter off. Swings through it. And that's going to bring up first baseman Ryan Lordier. Lordier, 0 for 2 on the day. Does have an RBI on the sac fly. Takes the slider for ball number 1. Lordier on the year hitting .294. 1 double. That's going to be miss in the dirt. Ball number 1. Lordier does have 16 RBIs. 5 walks to 1 strikeout. So he is a great strikeout to walk ratio out of the 3-hole for the Vikings. Lots of singles. Hits the ball really hard almost every time. I mean, that ball is constantly 90 off the bat. Big competitor. Loves to win every pitch. 3-0. Looking to get on base via the walk. Again. And the pitch. Down the middle. The catcher just flubs that ball. Get picked up. 3-1 the count. Right down the middle. 3-1 the count. Marco pitch. Slider. Catches the middle. Works the count back to 3-2. The pitcher's coming back. Surely don't want to let him come back 3-0 and put you away. 2 outs on the inning. Lourdier takes the slider, misses up for ball number 4. Lourdier works the 3-2 walk. That's going to bring up shortstop James Bose. Bose started off the rally last inning. That ball is going to be inside for ball number 1. Knee height. Bose take, strike 1. Bose reached on his walk last time, which ignited the bases loaded rally that ended with the caught baseball. Again, we did review it for those wondering. Good call by the umpire. That ball is going to pick over to first, not in time. Lourdier dives in safely. Lourdier takes off for second. Bose takes a slider for a ball. The catcher bumps into him. Umpire signifying there's no interference on the batter there. It'll be 1-2 the count. So that's going to be a stolen base for Lourdier. Bose standing strong in there. Didn't move, so there's nothing you can call interference there. He's in the batter's box. So 1-2 the count. Runner on second, 2 outs. And the pitch. Bose fouls it back. You stay alive. Get another chance. Bose, the freshman shortstop out of Lee High School in San Jose. His swing, that ball is going to be hit to center field. That's going to move the center fielder back on the run, makes the catch, side retired. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on. To the top of the 6th we go. 4-0 Vikings. Back after this. Back in the top of the 6th inning, 4-0 Vikings. Halfterson still on the mound. The DH, Subata Kirbiashi, steps up to the plate. Oh, and they're going to appeal to the umpire at first base. Not much you can see of it from that angle. The lefty, I mean, that's a unfortunate situation for the Vikings, who obviously wanted that strike call, but good for the Lobos. That's going to be inside out. That ball is going to be trouble in the gap. Kirbiashi touches first, rounds First, picks up the third base coach. He's going to stand on second base with a lead-off double. Inside out of that baseball, went with the pitch right into the left center gap. And the Lobos have action in the top of the sixth inning with a lead-off runner. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Hayden Hall. Oh for 2 on the day. Freshman, third baseman, also pitches a little bit as well. Seems like there's a handful of two-way guys on the Lobos. That's going to be a slider on the outside corner, strike number 1 to Hall. Hall this year does have a long ball, hitting .412, 2 doubles, 1 triple. 6 walks, however, 11 strikeouts. Big strikeout situation for Halfterson. That's going to be another slider on the outside corner. 11 Ks on the year so far for Hall. Halfterson looking to K him again. That will reduce the chance by a lot for the Lobos scoring here. The 0-2 pitch, swung on, fouled away. That's going to hit the dirt. Lordier chasing after it. No shot. Halfterson's 0-2 pitch on the outside corner, takes for strike 3. What a pitch. That is paint low and away on the black. Nothing. Hall wanted nothing to do with that pitch, and that is going to go down as another strikeout looking for Halfterson. And that is going to bring... Oh, thank you, Siri. I wasn't asking for you. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Hogan Benson. Yeah, Siri wanted to make a little guest appearance as my color commentator today. That's going to be a changeup, misses low and away by Halfterson. Benson 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out earlier. Halfterson looking to... Ooh, that ball's going to hit him. He didn't. The umpire never called anything. The umpire saying it didn't hit him. Batter pleading his case. You can call time and go check with the other umpire. Surely it hit him. I mean, I saw a little catcher waving to us back here. I mean, surely between you and me, it hit him. So, yep, they're gonna give it first base. They made the right call there. But that is gonna put runners on first and second, put the double play in order. Ground ball to the infield, 1 pitch away. That just bring up the shortstop. I mean, not the shortstop. Excuse me, the first baseman, Logan Balfons. Logan doubled his last time up. Looking. Get a ground ball here. That's going to be a slider. Just misses away. About a ball off the plate for ball number 1. It looks like the Vikings are going to call timeout and go discuss something. Pitching coach Bob Kittle heads out to the mound to talk things over with Halfterson. Halfterson throwing a gem this game so far. 5 1/3 innings, 5 Ks, 1 walk, 5 hits. I mean, it is just continuing his season of dominance so far. I mean, coming in as a freshman and dominating at this level is not easy. Entering today, he's thrown 21 1/3 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, and only 3 walks. I mean, 22-3 strikeout to walk ratio as a pitcher is a 1.69 ERA. Throwing strikes is a key, and he's, filled up the zone again today. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Limiting free bases is the way of the game here at the college level. So But with that said, coaches are back in the dugout. Seems like skipper Rick Weens had a question for the home plate umpire. He seems content. He's back in the place. We're back to playing baseball. There's going to be a 1-0 count to Halfterson. First and second, 1 out. A pitch is going to be popped up in the air down the line. Butler sprinting over. He's got room. He makes a catch in fair territory. Runner tagging. The ball throws in. Bose cuts it off. Pump fakes to third. And that is going to be out number 2. And the runner on first base is going to tag and go to second. Lordier was trying to call time, but the umpire did not grant it to him, which is confusing. I mean, Lordier was clearly calling time, and the umpires just did not call for it. And then the runner heads up play by the left fielder Hogan Benson to take second there, but no harm done so far. It's going to be and they're going to appeal to second base if he left early. He did not. Umpire signals safe. But no harm done so far. It's going to be second and third with 2 outs. The catcher, Nick Martin, coming up. Again, heads-up play by Hogan Benson. Nobody was at second base. He just took it. Oh, a pitch on the outside corner. Called strike. Halfterson looking to limit damage here and get out of this inning unscathed. The 0-1 misses away. The 1-1 slider in there. Strike number 2. Sharp slider. That ball is going to be fouled down the line. Miles Guadagno sprinting to go get that baseball in foul territory, as that ball is the throw that we want in play was thrown into center field there. So Wilford to go pick that ball up, fire it in. And that ball is going to be fouled down the third base line. Count's going to remain 1-2. Still no action. Did I just hear someone in the dugout ask if that was a foul ball? Still no action in the Vikings bullpen. Halfterson's at 32 pitches for the Vikings. The 1-2 pitch is going to be swung on, popped up in the air to center field. Wilford takes a couple steps back, runs in a few steps, camps under it, and makes the two-handed catch. Halfterson gets out of the jam unscathed. It'll be 4-0 Vikings heading the bottom of the 6th inning after this. Back in the bottom of the 4th inning, 4-0 Vikings, as Ryan Troy comes back up to the dish. As the 0-0 pitch misses low for a ball. Ryan Troy and the first baseman, Ryan Lordier, 2 of the 4 Ryans on the team, both from Cappuccino High School in San Bruno. That ball's going to miss in ball 2. Troy tore it up all fall. I mean, he was just hitting the ball all over the place. Looking to find the same success and get back in the groove. Uh-oh. Battery level low. That's not good. Troy's going to swing through that one. Let's see if I can get the camera back up for you guys. One second. For you, since you guys can't see, I believe it's 2-2 count. 3-2, excuse me. Get our backup camera set up for you guys really quick. See if I can troubleshoot this. That ball's going to be fouled away. Again, minor technical difficulties. Did not anticipate this happening in the middle of the game. And Troy's going to take ball 4 on the slider low and away. This one is here. Alrighty. See if this pulls up for you guys. Let's turn it on. That's a nice shot. There we go. McKee's going to bunt it. That's a great bunt. Stays right in front of the pitcher on the first. In time by half a step. Wow. Okay, let's see if I can set this up. Sources. Properties. Capture. Oh, that's not that one. I don't have to. That's not it. There it is. We got it for you guys. Someone want to hold this? All right. You guys are on a hand camera. Actually, here, do this. See if this works. Perfect. There you guys go. New angle for you guys. We are back at this. As that is going to be a strike to Cortese. What do we got the count as? 1-1 count. Okay, so Troy's me on second. 1 out, 1-1 count to Cortese. We're going to swing through the slider. That's going to be strike number 2. Again, apologies for all that. Weren't anticipating those technical difficulties. The 1-2, he's going to turn on for an inside move. That should count as one of his step-offs. Umpires are not signaling to each other. Normally that's signaled by a 1. One finger up, signifying that's his 1 step off for the at-bat. He does it again. automatic ball to the batter. That ball is an ugly finder. That was off the very end of the bat. That's going to be fouled off towards the Vikings dugout. Cortese looking to continue his big day and cash in again. Cortese 2 for 2 with a double and a single on the day. He's going to swing, and that ball is going to be up the middle. That ball is going to be through for a base hit. Choi rounds third, heads home. The throw is going to go into second base. Cortese with yet another RBI single. This time only one RBI. Cortese is 3 for 3. Have a day. Cortese, stay hot. I mean, it was only a matter of time. You knew it by the swings he was taking the last couple games, driving baseballs deep up the middle. I mean, just change a few things, it seems. Oh, and then Butler's going to rhyme that past the first baseman. Cortese touches second, rounds, heads to third. That ball's going to go into third. I don't know what is happening. And Butler's going to take second on the throw. Wow, overthrowing the cutoff opens a wide open opportunity for Butler to take second. I mean, not a good play by Cameron Estes, the right fielder. I mean, that just gave the Vikings a free 90 feet. But that's going to put runners on second and third with one out. A double play situation, first and third, one out, turns into a disaster for the Lobos. One run in already. The Vikings threatening. They're going to pull the infield in again to Wes. Seems like we've seen this situation before. Weston up with runners on these exact same runners on second and third with the infield in with one out. Looking for a little bit different result for the Vikings this time. The 0-0 pitch swung on foul at his feet. Weston looking to add to the Vikings lead. The 0-1 pitch. Slider in there low for a strike. Oh, this camera always wants to turn off, too. No shot that this just did this, too. Oh, come on. Again, more camera difficulties. I forgot that this one had to be plugged in as well, so that's nice. We'll get this fixed for you in a second. Alrighty. Weston swings, fouls that ball off. His elbow guard flies off on the swing. Trying to plug this camera in for you guys. It's not as easy as it looks for some reason. Why is it not going in? I'm putting in the wrong hole. That makes sense. Alrighty. Try this again. Alrighty, that should turn on for you guys. Let's see if I can get it to pull up again. The camera is on. There it goes. Welcome back. Again, apologies. This is only our second game of the season broadcasting. Again, our normal play-by-play announcer for the remainder of the games. Lincoln Juarez is undergoing surgery for a torn ACL today. We wish him the best. He should be back with us Thursday for our doubleheader against Hartnell. Is it 3-2 count? 2-2. I'm going to guess 3-2 based off the dugout's reaction. The 3-2 pitch to Wes. In the dirt. Maybe it was 1-2. Now it's 3-2. Okay. A little bit of confusion there. Again, the scoreboard here is not that good. Let's see if I can get a look for you guys. A little blurry. It's not the best scoreboard. And that pitch can be in the dirt for ball number 4. Wes works another walk. And will be load the bases up as the catcher Nick Martin calls time, heads out to the mound to discuss how they're going to pitch the Viking leadoff hitter Andrew Wilford. The scoreboard here at Mission College is a little bit bugged. Some of the lights on the numbers are going out, so about the only thing that has nothing out is the labels. Wilford looks in. The only thing you can tell with 100% certainty is the Lobos and the Vikings are playing. Everything else has little red dots out. So, all right. Catcher gets back in the squat, and we are back to playing baseball. All righty. Bases loaded to Wilford. He's going to swing, and that ball is going to be narrowly foul. There is action in the Lobos bullpen. See if we can get numbers for you on them. We'll let you know when we have numbers. 0-1 pitch. Misses away. Back pick to first. Not in time. Weston gets pretty far out off there. Dives in safely. A little bit closer with bases loaded and 1 out. And you'd really like, especially with a runner in front of him. You can't really go nowhere. But no harm done so far. A 1-1 pitch. Slider in there for a strike. All right. Wilford swings, and that ball is going to be fouled off the top of the Vikings dugout. One-two pitch, fouled off again by Wilford. Trying to get you some numbers. The lefty number is 17. Get your name on that in a second. Looks like maybe it's not 17. We don't have a lefty under 17 on there. That ball is going to just miss. Ball number 2. Maybe he has a different number on here, but their roster is... And that ball is going to be in play to third base, caught on the line. No double play this time for the Vikings. That's going to bring up catcher Jaden Mazzaferro. Unfortunate. Hit a ball on the line to the third baseman. Let's see if I can get the roster up here. All right, we do have a lefty. Jeremy Smith is the lefty up in the bullpen. There is a righty as well. We're working on trying to get his number as well. The 1-0 pitch misses low, ball 2 to the catcher. Potentially in the bullpen. He's going to go sidearm for that one. That ball's going to catch the outside corner. I'm seeing maybe number 23. That would be Drew Spencer, the sophomore. Unsure. We don't have binoculars. We'll come more prepared next game. That might help us out a little bit. A 2-1 pitch is going to miss low and in. 3-1 count. Nowhere to put Mazzaferro, so he's going to have to come out after him if he doesn't want to give up the free run and keep the inning going for the Vikings. Big spot here. Looking to cash in with 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and fouled. Shot right to the backstop. Staying alive. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be in motion. Here we go. Merry-go-round, circus, whatever you like to call it, in motion. Goes sidearm. That ball is going to be fisted off into center field. That ball is going to fall. Butler around to score. The throw goes to third. Weston dives in safely. And Mazzaferro, the catcher, is going to jog into second base, standing up with the 2-out, 3-2, 2 RBI single. That was just a flare off the end of the bat. And that is going to fall in front of the center fielder. That's just getting the job done. Put contact on the baseball with 2 outs, and good things will happen. Looks like the coach is coming out to the mound, calling for the lefty. We're going to have a pitching change. So far, 3 runs in. That is going to end the line. Further lead for the pitcher, Marco, and he's going to be responsible for the runners on second and third. Pitching change with 2 outs. We'll be back after this. Lefty number 17, Jeremy Smith, in for his first appearance of the season for the Lobos. The left-hander is going to come into the jam, 7-0 Vikings. Ryan Lordier stepping up to the dish. He's going to take fastball down low for ball number 1. And it seems like the head coach for the Vikings, Rick Weens, is going to call timeout and talk over with his hitter. One of his couple offensive timeouts of the game. So very, very valuable. As we showed you with the unusually shaky camera work, there is action in both bullpens. Lefty Kai Cox is up in the Vikings pen. There's still the righty down there for the Monterey Peninsula Lobos. But timeout over. The 1-0 pitch is going to be swung on up the middle on the line to the shortstop, who slides and makes the catch. Another hard exit velocity by Lordier, and the side is retired. 3 runs on a couple hits. 2 runners left on. To the top of the 7th we go. 7-0 Vikings. Back after this. We are back in the top of the 7th inning. Up steps the right fielder Cameron Estes. That ball's going to be swung on and fouled back. 0-1 the count. Left-hander Kai Cox into the game for the Vikings. Kai tied for the lead in innings pitched this year. Well, that's a changeup. Wow, what a changeup. Backs the hitter off the plate. Good pitch. Kai tied for the lead in innings pitched this year, entering the day with Halverson. Surely going to be asked to try and clean up the rest of the game. That ball's going to be swung on, flied into right field. Butler camping under it. He's going to make the catch, drifting back into his right. 1 away. Alrighty. First pitch to the shortstop, Casey Kleinman, fouled away. Strike number 1. Inside, barely misses, about half a ball off. That's a great spot, brushing back the hitter. Kai Cox started the year as a starter for the Vikings, and that is just trips on the mound. Nothing on the pitch there. No runners on, so you can't re-roll it as a balk. So there's going to remain a 1-1 count. Nobody hurt there. It's scary. That's going to be another changeup swung on and missed. Scary considering the same situation happened with pitcher Lincoln Juarez early in the season. He kind of stumbled like that off the mound on a pickoff. Ended up tearing his ACL and MCL and meniscus. So whenever you see that, kind of hold your breath and hope that all muscles in your legs are together. That's up the middle. Kai just barely missed it. I mean, by centimeters. I don't know how that ball snuck through. It looked like it went right through his glove. Regardless, that's a leadoff or a 1-out single, for the shortstop Casey Kleinman, and that's going to bring up his brother, maybe his twin. Sophomore and both sophomores. So presumably his twin, and they're both middle infielders. That's pretty rare to see middle infielder twins playing together. He's going to swing through the fastball for strike 1. Curveball just misses away for ball number 1. Be 1-1 count. Lefty on lefty here. Kai with the breaking ball is going to miss high for ball 2. Kai with a 2-1. That's going to be swung on and flied into the air, into the left center gap. Wilford and Choi ranging over. Wilford slides. That ball is on the ground. Wilford gets up, picks it up, fires it into the shortstop, Bose, who just catches it, and the run is going to come in to score, and that is going to be the first run of the game for the Lobos. Cato Kleinman drives in his brother Casey with a 1-out double. And we're going to get a pinch runner. Cy Turner, the freshman, is going to come into the game for Cato. For those at home, pinch runner number 9 for 3, Cy Turner in the game for Cato Kleinman. That'll be the Lobos' first run of the game here in the top of the 7th inning. One Kleinman brother drives in the other. And it'll be a runner on second with 1 out for the Lobos, who are threatening more. But their power hitting center fielder Michael Mugen takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Doesn't agree with that one. Asking the umpire where it was. He's going to reset and get back in the dish. The 0-1 in the dirt at the catcher's feet. Turns around, can't find it for a second. Picks it up, fires back in. Runner stays at second base. You know, it's interesting because now a bunch of teams have the pitch calling system. Vikings have their own thing. That ball's going to be laced in the left field. That's going to fall in front of the outfielder, Choi. Choi comes up firing. Dylan McKee does not pick up the cutoff responsibilities, and that ball is going to go towards home plate, and that's going to be a single, and the runner is going to take second on the throw. Dylan McKee nowhere to be found in his cutoff responsibility. No run scores. There's going to be runners on second and third with 1 out. But for the DH, Kuribashi. The Lobos threatening to be a curveball taken for strike 1. Kai looking to limit the damage further. Lobos looking to reduce the margin. They're down. That's going to be another curveball taken for a strike. Lobos looking to tack on and reduce the Viking lead. The Vikings do have action in their bullpen. The 0-2 pitch swung on and foul tipped at the plate. Looks like he got a piece of the catcher. Looks like in the bullpen for the Vikings, Andres Valdez getting loose. Runners on second, third, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch just missed on the outside corner. Dots it up. Not to avail of the home plate umpire. Be a ball, 1-2. The 1-2, same spot. Just a little bit higher. Still misses about half a ball, maybe a quarter of the ball off the plate. Dotting the outside corner. The 2-2 shot foul down the line, and we'll do it again. Kobayashi staying alive, battling up there, trying to do anything he can in the late innings to tack back and fight the Vikings, who pulled out to an early 7-0 lead. That ball's going to be swung on and hit down the line. Foul. Just barely. I mean, we're talking like 2 or 3 feet foul. Line drive, that would have been extra bases. But I'll line it up and do it again. I guess the Vikings didn't get out to an early 7-0 lead. They gradually built up to it. Got 1 in each of the first 2 innings, 2 in the 4th, and then the big 3 spot in the bottom of the 6th inning. Must be a fastball misses up for ball 3. 3-2 the count to the DH. Great resilience by the Lobos. To come back and score after giving up 3, and that is going to be missed for ball 4. Kai walks, the bases loaded, and Bob Kittle is going to come out to the mound and have a talk with his lefty. Another timeout and mound visit by the Vikings. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Lobos, threatening more runs. Kai got way ahead of the great at-bat by Kobayashi. Kai got way ahead of him early, 0-2 with 2 curveballs, and he fought off some pitches, some really tough pitches. Took some very close pitches. He had a great eye and worked the walk. But mound visit over. Bases loaded, 1 out. Double plays back in order for the Vikings. Ground ball surely can end the inning. Another big spot for the third baseman, Hayden Hall, who takes ball 1, fastball in the dirt. Hall batted with a runner on second base, nobody out after the leadoff double by Michael Mugen last time. Or maybe by Tubiashi. No, not the leadoff double by... It was a leadoff double by Kobayashi, and he's going to foul that one off. Excuse me. Kobayashi double last time up to lead off, and then he'll strike out looking, I believe, or swinging. I'm unsure. Regardless, it's a 1-1 count, 1 out. 1 run in, bases loaded. The 1-1 pitch catches the outside corner for strike number 2. Kai looking to limit the damage by the Lobos here, down deep in an awful situation. Kicks the 1-2, curveball swung on and missed. Strike number 3. Hayden Hall unpleased at his result. Regardless, is going to be 2 away here in the top half of the 7th inning. Big strikeout for Kai. That's going to be a curveball, break in there. Strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball in there. Strike number 2. Kai way ahead of Hogan Benson, the left fielder. Kai looking to put away the Lobos in the top half of the 7th inning. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt. No offer by the left fielder. The 1-2. Swung on, hit in the air to left field. Choi camping under it. Makes a catch, side retired. 1 run on a couple hits. Bases left stranded by Cox. Great way to limit the damage. 7-1 Vikings as we head to the bottom half of the 7th after this. James Christopher Bose leading off for the Vikings here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Couldn't find a good 7th inning stretch song on Spotify, so Bose is going to square it, go for a drag. Third baseman comes, picks it up, fires to first in time for the out. Bose slipped out of the box, kind of mad at himself, kicks the air. Trying to take after his girlfriend, big soccer player at UCLA. Practicing his soccer skills in frustration. Slipped coming out of the box, nothing you can do. Turf shoe problems. But regardless, that's going to bring up the 5-hitter and left fielder Ryan Choi. Choi takes fastball up and away for ball 1. Choi 0 for 1 on the day with 2 walks. Takes ball number 2, looking to get walk number 3 potentially, as he's way ahead 2-0 in the count. When Choi has walked today, he's scored both times, so good riddance for him. You like scoring runs? As Choi takes the 2-seamer away for ball number 3. Way ahead in the count again. Choi takes ball in the dirt. Another walk for Ryan Choi, and that's going to put a runner on first with 1 out. And bring the third baseman, Dylan McKee, back up to the dish. McKee has walked today. He does have a couple doubles on the air, looking to cash in big again against the lefty. He's going to take strike number 1 inside. McKee gets the sign or the numbers, as often many college teams use the number card system. Gets it. That's going to be a pick over to first. Big, long, loopy leg kick on the move to first. Not very hidden whatsoever. Regardless, 0-1 count to McKee. He's going to check first. Throw. McKee's going to foul it off down the right side. Just a tad late. McKee gets a sign again via the number card system. You go at it in battle. 0-2 count to McKee. And the pitch. Slider swung on, chopped over to third base. Third baseman throws to second base. That ball's going to get into the outfield. Wild throw. Fielder's choice. Don't know why he's going to second base there. McKee puts the ball in play, and good things happen. Troy trying to call a timeout. But nothing to the avail of the Lobos. I don't know why the third baseman, Hayden Hall, looked to second there. There's a little chopper. Probably had him at first base. It'll go down as a fielder's choice. Up steps Anthony Cortez. He's been swinging a hot bat. 3 for 3, 3 RBIs on the day. And Cortez is going to line that ball to right field. Right at the right fielder. I mean, that ball was laced on a line to no avail. Stays hot. Great approach there. Just hit it right at someone. A lot of baseball averages, huh? A little ground ball will go down as a hit. It was probably like 20 miles an hour less off the bat he hit last time up. And that one laced just right at the right fielder. Had him playing perfectly. Regardless, it'll be 2 outs for the right fielder, Andre Butler. Runners on first and second, looking to cash in with a 2-out RBI. And that ball's going to be swung on, blooped, and fall out of the reach of the first baseman, Logan Balfons. Right fielder ran over. Jeremy Smith's going to stand off the mound, give his right fielder some time. Right fielder shifted way over to the line. I mean, he is probably like 45 feet from the line. Big gap in right center fielder. Oh, if he had a line drive over the shortstop, it's probably a triple. That's going to be a slider taken in the dirt. Move the count to a 1-1. One count. Number 11 batting. 2 outs, though. Lots of ones all over the place. Good old sticks. And Butler is going to take a ball in the dirt. All right, sorry about that. We had a important phone call I had to take. It is a 2-2 count. The pitcher steps off twice in one at bat, and that's where we were talking about earlier. The automatic ball is way up and away to Wes. Another bases loaded situation for Scafone. Finds him out 3-2, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Jeremy Smith having trouble finding the strike zone. Again, apologies for being muted. As Wes looks to tack on, the 3-2 pitch taken up and away with the off-speed. Goes to a slider, a 3-2. Going to score the run for the Vikings again. Choi keeps it going. 3 walks, 3 runs scored. That's going to add on to the Viking lead. It's going to be 8-1 with the leadoff hitter Andrew Wilford stepping up to the dish. Looks like Wilford's got some new batting gloves today. Wilford's been struggling with some batting glove issues the last couple weeks. He's going to take strike 1 on the outside edge. So surely he likes the feel of these a little bit better. Hopefully it's going to aid to his success here. And if you're a Lobos fan, hopefully it's not going to. Our ad's coming a little bit early by our Sony camera. Apologies for that. That's going to be a curveball taken for strike number 2. Smith way ahead of Wilford. He's getting a 5th at-bat of the game. The 0-2 pitch swung on, chopped over to the left side of the field. That's going to be trouble. Hall picks it up, fires on the first, not in time. An infield single for Wilford. And that's going to bring in yet another run for the Vikings. McKee's going to come in to score. And an infield single, he just swung on and topped that. And it was a high chopper, nothing you could do. Hall did everything he could. Not in time to beat the speed of Wilford. And that's going to keep the line moving for the catcher, Jaden Mazzaferro. Mazzaferro last time had the big 2-out, 2 RBI single for the Vikings in the bottom of the 6th inning. Looking to do it again, and that one's going to beat him. Right off the elbow guard, and that ball makes its way all the way back to the pitcher. That's going to be a bases-loaded hit by pitch. Man, that surely doesn't feel good. That ball just rolled like 40 feet after making contact. It went right to the edge of the dirt on the pitcher's mound. From the batter's box. It was right in the elbow guard. You probably can't feel it. And we got a pitching change. It looks like for the Lobos, a right-hander coming in. We'll get you that number. But we'll be back right after this change. All right, we are back after the pitching change. That's going to be strike one to Lordier. New pitcher for the Lobos will be number 33, Tommy Gulale. I don't know. He's a freshman righty. 8 1/3 innings pitched. 8 runs in those 8 1/3. Lordier takes strike number 2. Way ahead in the count 0-2. Lordier, the 0-2, swings, fouls it off to the right side. The 0-2, swung on, grounded to the left side. The shortstop turns and eats the baseball. That's going to be another infield single for the Vikings. 2 infield singles within 3 batters. An RBI single for Lordier. Just another weak ball to the shortstop. Kleinman was not able to field that ball and make any play. I mean, his only play was to look to third, and he looked to third, and Wilford was on the bag. So that's going to bring up shortstop James Bose. Another big situation. Bose is going to swing, and that ball is going to be hit on the ground for the shortstop. Going to go to the second baseman, Cy Turner, to retire the side. 4 runs on a handful of hits. The bases left stranded for the Vikings. 11-1. We'll be back after this. All right, we are back. We got a pinch hitter, it seems, for the Lobos, number 19. Kai's going to pitch up and away. Also changes for the Vikings. Matthew sitting behind the dish for the Vikings, and Daniel Major in at second base. The 1-0 pitch misses for a ball. We're going to get you that stuff in one moment. Don't know who 19's in for. That would help a tiny bit. That's going to miss up for ball 3. Kiriani. Another 26. So he's in front of the catcher. So he is in for the left fielder, it seems. And that ball's going to be swung on and fouled to the right side. Lordier giving chase to the fence, so that's going to hit off the top of the dugout. The 3-2 fouled away again. Oh, commercials. You're a little bit late this time. Kai's 3-2 pitch just misses low. Tyler Kiani, a freshman first baseman, works the walk. Well, that's going to bring the catcher Nick Martin up to the dish for the Lobos. Kai's pitch misses away for ball number 1. The 1-0 in there, swung on, hit deep to left field. Troy turning, looking, and that ball is out of here. Nick Martin, the catcher, drives a ball deep to left field over the fence, about 35 feet to the left of 370. Changeup down the middle, swung and on and blasted out of here. That's going to end up being Martin's first home run of the campaign. Big swing for the freshman catcher who's been struggling entering the game. It looks like we have another pinch hitter. (27) is coming in for 21. So pinch hitter Michael Vivo in the game for Cameron Estes. Kai fires a pitch for strike number 1. The 0-1 curveball just misses low for ball number 1. Lobos showing no quit, scoring each of the last 2 innings after. Nobody out here in the top half of the 8th inning. Kai with a curveball swung on and fouled down the line. No action in the Vikings bullpen yet. I do have a couple down there standing around. Fastball just misses away. Another fastball misses up and away for a ball. 3-1 the count. Casey Kleinman, the leadoff hitter, 2 for 4 on the day. Fastball, catch at the outside corner, strike number 2. To be a full count. Nobody out. See if they're gonna put the runner in motion. Runner does not go. That ball is swung on and hit foul off the batting cage. Pitcher Roman Connolly brings the umpire some baseballs. Much needed after all the foul balls. 3-2 pitch swung on, fouled straight back. We'll do it again. (3-2), nobody out. The pitch swung on and laced up the middle. That ball is going to be down over the shortstop. Wilford comes up firing. Runner holds at second base, and we're going to... Actually, it looks like we've had some moving around. Cy Turner is in the game at third base. And looks like the third baseman, Hayden Hall, has moved over to second base. So that's it, Cy Turner. And Weens is coming out to make a mound visit. In the bullpen, number 10, Diego Lopez, getting loose for the Vikings. Casey Kleinman, 3 for 5 on the day. Swinging a hot bat as well. The sophomore shortstop. First and second, nobody out. Probably talking about how they're going to cover the bunt. They got a lefty, Cy Turner, out there at the dish. Oh. I got that. Have an input on our system that we have number 9 up there. So now if you try again, it should work. Got it. Let's see what's happening here. There we go. Alrighty. Back ball into play. Kai Cox, 0-0 pitch is swung on, hit into the air to center fielder. Wilford drifting back. Still drifting drop. Makes the catch, fires it into second base, and that's going to hold the runner. Sack. Has to be a fly out. The runner takes third. And that's going to be the first out for the Vikings. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Michael Mugen. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Power hitting center fielder swings and nubs that ball at the very end of the bat. That ball is going to ricochet and hit a fence post and bounce way towards the line. Miles Guadagno sprinting after it. Makes the play. The 0-1. Swung on, driven deep to center fielder. Wilford turns looking. That ball is over the batter's eye. That ball was absolutely killed. I mean, that ball was well over and to the right of the 400-foot sign. That batter's eye has to be like 25, 30 feet tall. I mean, he just killed that baseball. Deep into center field. Second home run of the inning for the Lobos. And that's going to be the end of the line for Cox. Weens coming out to make a pitching change. It'll be Diego Lopez coming in from the bullpen when we get back. All right, we are back. Diego Lopez on the mound for the Vikings. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Tsubasa Kobayashi. After the long home run by Michael Mugen, his 5th of the season. Off ball is going to be swung on top foul. That ball is also swung on, driven to right field. In comes Butler, making a dive. That ball doesn't get past him. To Kobayashi, touches first, rounds first, heads to second, touches second, picks up the coach. Coach is waving him home, gives a late stop sign. Major gets the ball, fires it into Lordier. Good relay by the Vikings, holds Kobayashi to a triple. Butler not able to come up with the baseball on the dive, and that's going to be a 1-out triple. And the Lobos still have life here in the top of the 8th inning. 5 runs in already. That's going to bring up now at second base Hayden Hall. It's an 11-6 game here in the top of the 8th inning. 5 runs in. Lobos threatening more. Lopez's 0-0 pitch misses. Down and away for ball number 1. Power on full display by the Lobos. 0-1. Slider catches the outside corner for strike number 1. Good pitch by Diego. The 1-1. Another slider on the outside. Checks his swing. Does he go? No, says the umpire, standing behind second base on the left-hand side. Actually, behind the pitcher's mound, in front of second base on the left-hand side for you guys. Two 2-1 misses, low, ball 3. Fastball catches the outside corner. Strike number 2. That's going to be a full count. Runner on third. 1 out. Full count to the second baseman now, Hayden Hall, who struck out twice so far this game. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Hall looking to avoid the hat trick today. More action in the Vikings bullpen. Mitchell Nagel, number 16, warming up for the Vikes. The pitch just misses low and in for a ball. Hall walks in a full count, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 4, Hogan Benson. The catcher Singh makes a call for first and third. So all the infielders know what plays on. We'll do it again. First and runner on the corner, 1 out. Fastball at exactly 80 miles an hour. Catches zone 3 for a strike. For those wondering, the zones are not taken left to right from the catcher's view. It's actually right to left, starting on the top left. That's going to be just miss away. And it would be left to right if you're looking at it from the center field vantage point. At least that's the way we chart our pitches. That's going to miss away. And universally for almost all of baseball, it's going to be right to left from behind the catcher. Good little two-seam fastball by Diego. Shane coming up, calling the first and third play again. That pitch is swung on, and that's going to get through past Lordier for a 1-out single. Another RBI single for the Lobos. Their 6th run of the inning. That's going to bring the score to 11-7. That's going to put runners on first and second with 1 out. And up steps the pinch hitter from earlier this inning, Tyler Kiani. 2nd at-bat of the inning. And signed down to the bullpen to get Nagel loosening up. 1 out, first and second. The 0-0 pitch misses low and away for ball number 1. Lopez picks up the sign from shortstop James Bowes. Looks in, gets a sign. Steps off and acts like he's going to pick. That's just going to be classified as a step off, quick step off. Throws a runner at second base. Bowes nowhere to be near. Ground ball up the middle surely ends the inning. Major and Bowes, the middle infielders. The pitch will be swung on, driven to the right center gap. Butler ranging back to his right. He's going to make the catch. Runner, Hayden Hall, tags at second base, heads over to third. Ball comes in, Major has it, and it's going to be runners on the corner with 2 away for the catcher, Nick Martin, who's already went yard this inning. Looking to do the hard thing, go yard twice in an inning. And it's going to be Skipper Weens heading out to the mound. Go talk it over. And looks like there's going to be a pitching change for the Vikings. Mitch Nagel coming in for the Vikings. With runners on the corners, 2 away. We'll be back after this. Mitchell Nagel on the mound for the Vikings. Vikings go to late inning reliever. One of 2 pitchers for the Vikings actually credited for a save this year. As our commercials, apologies, are a little bit late. Sony trying to provide them via the camera. That's going to be a slider missing up and in. Our camera likes to give us some commercials at inconvenient times because it doesn't think we're doing anything. It likes to advertise its own little stuff. From 2007, old camera here. That wasn't going to be lined right to Major on the short hop backhand. Two bows in time for the out. And that is a two-pitch pony, for Nagel. The Vikings get out of it. 6 runs on the inning for the Lobos. It'll be 7-11 heading to the bottom half of the 8th inning. We'll be back after this. All right, we are back. I don't know why it's so wavy, man. That is... Apologies for the camera having a mind of its own. I'm trying to be shaky. I don't know what is going on. Well, I swear the building's not moving. Troy leads off the inning, and that was going to be grounded foul past third base. Well, foul, headed towards the way of the third base coach and the head coach today for the West Valley Vikings, Rick Weens. The count will be something in 1. I don't know, or something in 2. 1 and 1 maybe. Was gonna miss for a ball. Was it 2 and 1 now? There's a ball right there. So the 2-1 pitch inside to Troy. Ball number 3. Again, Troy, if you guys are just joining us, 3 walks and 3 runs every time he's walked. That's going to be ball 4. Ball number 4. So Troy walks for the 4th time today. It looks like they're putting on a play with a runner on first. Runner on first base. Nobody out. Troy leads off the inning with another walk. Soon he'll be running instead of walking. And the pitch to McKee swung on and fouled back. Big swing by McKee. McKee gets the number from the coach, steps in, 0-1 count. Troy at first. Troy has scored every time he's walked so far, trying to keep that pattern true. That's going to be a pick over to first base for a ball. I'm going to have to try and switch cameras here for you guys. The other one works. McKee's going to line that ball into the gap, and that ball's going to fall and find grass. Troy touches first, rounds to second. That throw's going to come into second. McKee dives head first into second base, not in time. McKee beats out the throw for his third double of the season. Dylan McKee making a start at third base. Comes up with the double, and that's going to put runners on second and third with nobody out for Anthony Cortese, who's 3 for 4 on the day with 3 RBIs. Having a big day, looking to cash in again after the big 5 spot by the Lobos, and they're going to actually intentionally walk him. They're going to intentionally walk Cortese and put a runner on, actually load the bases. Load the bases for the Vikings, and they're going to make a pinch running change. Eli Martinez, number 6, is going to come in at the DH spot and run for Cortese. Intentional walk. Looking to put the force out at home. See if this camera works for you guys. See this little... First pitch is going to miss. The pitch misses low to Butler. Another pitch misses low to Butler. We are going to change this for you guys. And that's going to be in there for a strike to Butler. You guys are going to lose the camera for a second here as we try and switch this for you. Whoops. And you're going to lose the microphone, it seems. And Butler's going to swing and line that through the hole for a base hit. McKee on his horse, rounds third. Here comes a throw to the plate, cut off by the third baseman, Cy Turner. And that's going to be a 2 RBI single for Andre Butler. And that's going to bring Daniel Major to the dish. And that is going to put 2 more runs on the board for the Vikings. That's going to make it a 13-7 game. Troy has scored every time that he's walked today. Remarkable little stat for you guys. And that should be better for the wind. That camera doesn't like picking it up. Major's going to turn to bunt. That ball's going to be bunted in the air, and that's going to fall in foul. Major taking a deep breath, knowing that he's going to get a second life here. And that's going to be strike number 1. Yeah, I got you. Got to update our little thing here. All right, you should be good. A pick off to second base. Eli dives in safely. 13-7 the score. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Major squaring to bunt really early. And offers at the bunt. Now that's going to be an 0-2 count to Major. Two-strike bunt attempt by Major. First, a throw over to second. Oh, 0-2 count to Daniel Major. Squaring the bunt with 2 strikes. Got to keep it fair. And that's going to be bunted fair, right back to the pitcher. The throw over to first in time. Major with a 2-strike. Drop zone bunt to move the runners over to second and third. Now with 1 out for the leadoff man, Andrew Wilford, who's getting his rare 6th at-bat of the game. 6. It's crazy to think. You score 13 runs, it's like 10 hits. It's bound to happen. Big offensive slugfest here today. Wilford, the 0-0 swings and hits a fly ball into left field. Benson ranging back, makes the catch. Tagging at third is Martinez. Tagging at second is Butler. And Butler is going to score, or Butler, excuse me, be safe at third. Eli Martinez is going to score. That's going to open the lead for the Vikings back up to, I believe that's going to be 7 runs, if I can do math. 7-run lead for the Vikings. They answer with 3 of their own after the Lobos score 5. Actually, excuse me, score 6 in the top half of the inning. Now hitting for the Vikings is Matthew Singh. Pinch actually came in last inning for the catcher, Jaden Mazzaferro. Defensive replacement. Same with Daniel Major. He came in the game for Weston Scafone. Ball's done for the day. Singh swings and misses. Swings right over top of the changeup. And the pitch. Tommy looking to get himself out of this long inning. Vikings with 3 long innings in a row. The 2-2 pitch misses low and away for ball 3. This will bring the count to full. Runner on third. 3-2 count. 2 away. 3 in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 3-2 pitch swung on and driven in the air to center fielder. Mugen ranging back. Makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. 3 runs on a handful of hits. Runner left at third. 14-7. Vikings lead. Be back after this. Back in the top half of the 9th inning at Mission College, where the Vikings are taking on the Monterey Peninsula Lobos. Mitch Nagel still on the mound, throwing a fastball up and in. Taken for ball number 1. Michael Vivo Jr., now in at right field. Takes it. 1-0. Catches a strike zone low, paint at the knees. for strike one. 1-1 will be the count. The 1-1 pitch hits his elbow guard, and that's going to go down as a hit by pitch for Michael Vivo. And that's going to put a runner on first base with now another pinch hitter in the game, number 20. That's going to be Paul Gonzalez, the freshman utility player, in at shortstop for Casey Kleinman, who was 3 for 5 prior to being taken out of the game. What's up? Okay. That's going to be a strike. Good changeup by Mitch. Fastball catches the outside edge. Be 0-2 will be the count to Gonzalez. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Mitch Nagel strikes out Gonzalez for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Cy Turner. Now at third base. His build looks reminds me of Mets prospect Brett Beatty. Both left-handed, they have about the same stance. Herod looks similar. That ball's going to be hit on the ground through the hole. Butler comes up with it, fires in. Bose cuts it off. That's going to be a one-out single for Cy Turner. That's going to put runners on first and second for Michael Mugen, who went yard over the batter's eye in center field last time up. Absolute moon blast. I don't think I've seen a college player hit a ball that far in my short time in college. The 0-0 pitch. Curveball in there for strike number 1. Wondering where that one is. Mugen is wearing a, seems like a hooded t-shirt or something on underneath his jersey, which is semi-strange. You don't see that very often. He's got the hood hanging out back. I'm from Monterey, so maybe it's a little chillier down there. It's pretty chilly here. Wind's blowing right out to right center field, helping with the carry if he hits the ball that way. That's going to be a fastball that just misses low and away. Wind blowing straight out to right center field. Kind of see the flags in the video on top right of your screen for you at home. The pitch, another slider, catches the outside corner, turns and looks at the umpire with a cheesy smile. Doesn't quite agree with it, but catches the black nonetheless, and that's going to be a 1-2 count to Mugen. Mitch looking to get a ball in play or strike him out. Ball in the dirt, fastball picked out by the catcher Singh. No runners advance to stay home. Asking the coach to repeat the sign. Anyways, pitch com. It's been an interesting thing. We talked about it kind of a little bit earlier. Major league organizations now have like the little buttons they push. College teams have like a little microphone that go in the ear, and coaches can call the pitches into the ear. Moves in a swing, and that ball's going to be driven deep to right field. That's going to like too hot the back fence in the bullpen. Crazy power from Mugen, but they're now. I know also some college teams have like the same like software on like the wrist and like stuff that like buzzes. But here, like, pitch comms into the catcher, and then the catcher calls the sign. Major league pitchers now have, like, where pitchers can call the pitch themselves to the catcher. Very interesting. That slider is going to be fouled back by Mugen. We'll do it again, 2-2 count. It's crazy how technology is finding its way into baseball. Bunch of new things coming in. That's the modern age of baseball. Modernizing it. Trying to find the things that work and things that don't work. The 2-2 pitch to Mugen. Swung. Grounded to second base. Major comes up with it. To Bose to second. And that ball is going to be... He's going to trip Bose at second. He's going to fire home. He's maybe not in time, but all the attention is going to turn to Bose. Where it looks like there was a big collision. The runner at second base is down as well. And Bose is still on the ground, not moving. Slid right into his leg. Scary situation. The umpire's going to talk it over and see if that's a dirty slide. Looks like he was cleated. Hopefully he didn't tear anything. Came down hard at second base. All the tension over there. From my knowledge of the rule, malicious action, so a spike up could be deemed a runner be ejected and double play in order. Again, big decision here by the umpires. If they do decide to rule him out, the game would be over. Their ruling is not what Skipper Weens wants to hear. Shaking his head. Weens does have a case to be mad. The star shortstop, James Bose, on the ground. Trainer treating to his left leg, it seems. Hard slide takes him out. Weens not happy. Safety should be the priority, and it seems like the umpires are disregarding all safety right now. Looks like Bose is going to be taken out of the game. Moves are happening. Looks like Lordier is moving to third base. McKee's moving to short. Jacob Serpa is going to come in for Bose in the 4-hole and be at first base, it seems. Not what the Vikings wanted. With 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Bose still laying on his back on the ground. Trainer's talking to him. Bose finally looks like he's starting to get up. He's now sitting up on his... Moved up a little bit. Leg still looks to be extended straight out. Worst case scenario, hard fall and he got spiked. Or best case scenario is like got spiked, hard fall. Hopefully he didn't tear anything on that collision. Again, slides into second. Very scary thing. He's going to be off. He's going to be limping off to the assistant. He's got his left sock down. Seems to be in a lot of pain. Very slowly putting very little pressure on it. The support of trainer and head coach Weens. Gingerly walking over under support of 2 people. Nagel's going to get a few warm-up pitches. Lordier is going to make some throws over. Again, Lordier moves from first to his primary position of third base. McKee's going to slide over to shortstop and Serpa in for first. It'll be Serpa in the 4-hole for Bose. And then just some position sliding around. Said 12 for 9. Not what we need. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Looks like we have another change. 32 coming in for 44. That is the wrong one. 32, Max McKee, freshman outfielder, coming in to the DH spot. We'll resume play back in action. 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. Nagel fires in a fastball for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch by Nagel. Slider misses away. One and one the count. Mugen at first base as the only runner. I believe a run did come in on that. That's going to be fouled off the feet. Eight to 14. The score. The 1-2 pitch, slider in there, strike 3 called, and that's the ball game. Vikings win 14-8, take down the Monterey Peninsula Lobos. Vikings are now 1-0 in conference, and that will end the game. Hopefully James Bowes is okay. I'm Nicholas Pelster, and thank you guys for hanging out for this broadcast. We will be back next Thursday for the doubleheader versus Hartnell. The first game will resume in the top of the 12th inning, and we'll have a second game on the back half after that. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.